Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to another month of empty products that I finished up that I'm going to tell you about. And before I get into the content of today's video, it's recently been brought to my attention that now with the YouTube algorithms, and I don't know all the nitty-gritty details of this, but apparently even if you're subscribed to a channel, there's still a chance that you could miss the videos or they don't show up on the feed. So if you don't want to miss any of my videos, make sure that you're subscribed to this channel and hit that bell notification somewhere near the button down below. So I was looking at my box of things for this month, and I think this might be the biggest collection of empties that I've done in a single sitting. I would say the large majority of the products here are ones that I have bought on repeat or have received on repeat. A lot of them won't be new to you. So for those that I have talked about, I'll link you to videos where I went in more detail so that I'm not saying the same things over and over again. All right, diving right in, I'm going to be grouping these three products together because they are from the same brand and one of my favorite brands. This is Moon Skincare. I've got a Akwi Purifying Cleanser. I have Anarose Hydrating Rose Toner, and then I have Aknari, which is their Brightening Youth Serum. And I've talked about all of these products recently. These two definitely more, Akwi and Anarose, and then Aknari maybe sometime last year. But yeah, I think these two products were in July empties as well as June or May empties. Most of you know my love relationship with Moon skincare products. I've been using them since 2016. I discovered them through Beauty Heroes, and what was really cool was last month I had the opportunity to fly to Oahu and to attend a Night for Green Beauty, which was an online event celebrating green beauty, and I was the guest of honor for this brand. So not only is this the brand that is basically the foundation of my skincare line. You know, I'm constantly trying new products and testing new things. And whenever my skin reacts in a negative way, I put pause on the new things that I'm trying, and then I just fall back and I go back into my regular routine using these products, and my skin just always thrives on it. So that's what I mean by this being the basis of my skincare routine. I'll have videos linked down below where I've talked about these products, but just quickly, Akwi, this is the cleanser that I recommend the most. It's suitable for all skin types. It's excellent as a first and second cleanse. Great job at removing waterproof makeup, sunscreen. I would say the newest update regarding this product in my rotation is I used to swear by this as a first cleanse, but now for this bottle especially, I've been reserving this as a second cleanse. So I have a different cleanser to take off my makeup and just to make this last longer. And it's a product that I kind of want remaining on my skin in some sense. Well, I do cleanse it off, and then it does leave like a damp film, if you will, because this is a gel to oil cleanser. It almost feels too precious to use just as a first cleanse and then to go in with something else. So I've been using this primarily as my second cleanse for this specific bottle. For this toner, this has been acting primarily as my morning cleanse. So in the mornings, using a cotton pad and swiping and cleaning my face versus going in with a cleanser and doing a deep cleanse, because I found that I don't need that in the mornings anymore. So that's what I've been reserving for. I also use this in the evenings after cleansing before serum. And then this Aknari, this is the Brightening Youth Serum. I was thinking about it, and I don't think that I've actually talked about this in an empties video, at least not recently. But where I have talked about this is on my Instagram stories, one of the highlights. It's for my AM skincare, I believe. I'll link it. But in there, I shared my thoughts. And I also did an IG story for Moon. And I know that I'm in one of their stories on their highlights for this serum. And I think the tab is just called Aknari Brightening Youth Serum. I think what I shared there is that I used to use this in the mornings, and I would cleanse, tone, serum, moisturize. This product, like whatever makeup you put on, it's beautiful. It sits beautifully on top. The issue that I found with this is that whenever I go into it too close to my hairline, it can start to like look a little bit greasier there. And then I moisturize and I do the sunscreen, and then I use, a base product, and it feels a little bit too much. So I have been reserving this specifically for my PM skincare. The main ingredients in this are prickly pear seed oil, argan oil, vitamin E, and I know it has rose essential oil. This smells amazing, and my skin just looks beautiful. Every night that I wear this, the next morning my skin just looks really youthful. And I think it says, yeah, this is the Brightening Youth Serum. I feel like it does exactly that. And it's not so much of me using it like once or twice and seeing that. I've just been consistently using this serum for a couple years now, and I felt like I saw the results more over time. So something I wanted to point out about the serum that's new to me is that when I saw Munemi in person, I remember noticing her lashes and commenting on them, because Munemi's Japanese, and I told her like, wow, you have pretty long lashes for an Asian person, even her bottom lashes. And she made mention of how like it could be prickly pear seed oil, and how she uses this and she dabs it around her eyes. And then I went and looked on the website, and it actually does say for the description of this product that it can be used as an under eye, around the eye treatment. I don't know what her lashes look like before, or how much of the prickly pear seed oil helped the length of her lashes. I don't know that. Anyway, what I started doing that I didn't do before is now I'll just take like, not even a full pump because that's way too much, but I'll just take a little extra to put on my middle fingers, and then I have been putting it closer to my lash line. And previously I wasn't as intentional about that. I just kind of put it on my face and let it be. But I have been kind of targeting a little bit more of my eye area, and we'll see. We'll see if it makes a difference. All right, moving on to a product and line that was new to me. This is from the brand Farmacy, and this is their Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. So this was gifted to me from a subscriber turned friend, Tiffany. I got to see her in person in March when I was in California, and every gift that she has ever gifted me has been incredibly thoughtful. But this is just another one of them, and her reasoning behind it was, she knows that I travel a lot, and she wanted to give me a product that was effective and that was easy to travel with. So I was very excited to use this. Smells very much like citrus, more like limes than lemons. Yeah, like specifically limes. And this also comes with a little spatula so that you could scoop out the product without having to put your finger in it, which I appreciated. And the product that this reminded me of the most that I've used in the past is Vanilla Co.'s Clean It Zero. I think the original one was pink, and then I think there was a teal colored one that was more for sensitive skin. I think that's the one that I used to use, but they reminded me of each other very, very much. This product works really well, especially when removing waterproof mascara. I know that's really tough. Even with Moon does a pretty great job, but I do need a washcloth to really break it down. With this one, just massaging for like a minute or two will really dissolve and break everything down. So I really did enjoy using this product. Now with that said, I was looking into different reviews, and I saw a lot of people saying that it works really well, and then all the negative reviews were around the fact that the fourth or fifth ingredient in this, like on the top of the list, is it's a type of microplastic. It's called polyethylene, and apparently it's like the most popular, widely used plastic in the world. And it's in this product, and I imagine it's there because maybe that's what it really helps to grab hold of the stuff that you want to remove from your face, and maybe that's what makes this cleansing balm so effective. Now, the reason I will not be purchasing this product for myself, even though it worked so well, is that I would really prefer not to have that in my skincare. If I've tried other makeup removers or cleansing balms that just didn't work as well, and the performance of this exceeded all of those, then maybe I would reconsider it. But I have had success with many other cleansers and makeup removers without that ingredient. So since I have that option, I have no desire to purchase and use a product that contains this ingredient. If in a pinch and this was available to me and this was the only option, I would totally use it again, but it wouldn't be something that I would continue to purchase for myself. So the next product is from the brand AYUNA, and this product is called Balm, and it is a Volcanic Revitalizing Mask. This was a Beauty Heroes discovery. It was a special limited edition discovery because it was curated by a Beauty Heroes ambassador, Arjun. Like he chose AYUNA, and that was one of the boxes that I tried last September. And actually, I have a sticker here that says September 2019 because once you open it, this is good for 12 months. And I finished it in 11 months, so I was really happy about that. So AYUNA is a very high-end, luxurious, clean beauty line from Spain. And I have gotten to try almost every product from their line except for their body cream and their body bar. I believe it's like a body wash in soap bar form. And of the products that I've tried, this product is my favorite in their line. When my skin is feeling congested, if I'm breaking out, or like I know that like right now it's that time of the month for me and I have 2 pimples right here and I really wish I had some because this is when I would use it. When my skin needs a little pick-me-up, I use this once a week, no more than that. What this does for me is that it always delivers results. And what I mean by that, or what I've noticed the most, is that as soon as I, take off the mask after the time that I'm supposed to be leaving it on, one, like I always noticed how visibly smoother my skin looks and feels. So that's the first thing that is very noticeable to me. And then because whenever I use this in the evenings, well, I take this off and then I do the rest of my skincare. I go to bed and then the next morning, especially where I have the congestion or the breakouts, my acne is less inflamed and sometimes it's completely gone. Not like the hormonal, the ones that are a little bit deeper under the skin, maybe not that kind of acne, but anything that was on the surface, it's either like flat and on its way out or it's gone. It takes a lot for me to actually sit and do it because of the whole process of it. I realize I'm not someone that enjoys the process of masking, but I do know the results that I'm going to get with it. My husband, who is very skeptical when it comes to skincare or the marketing or results and all of that, or whenever I ask him what he thinks about his skin, like before and after trying these products, a lot of times he feels like he doesn't see a difference or, he forgets to check. But even he has noticed the difference. Even a week ago, Brandon had a few breakouts, and for him, like that was a lot because he rarely breaks out. He specifically requested that we did this mask. We did it together. It was really fun. The only con with this product, and maybe part of the reason why I don't want to use it as much as, based on the results that I'm getting, it's tough to rinse off. It's tough to rinse off with just water, so I definitely need a washcloth if I want to remove it more effectively and quickly. But I have ruined 2 of my favorite washcloths removing this product. And I've used other masks that are this kind of color, like before, like Mahalo's The Bean Mask, Josh Rosebrook's Antioxidant Cacao Mask. They're all like black or, very, very dark brown, and they haven't stained my towels. I just wanted to let you know if that's something that, if this is a product you're consider using, just keep that in mind. Use a washcloth you don't care about. Or rather, not one that you don't care about, but one you don't care if it gets stained. So the next 2 products, they're from the same brand. I'm going to talk about them together because they've both been in previous Empties videos, which I'll also link down below. And one of them was just in my Empties last month. So I have a travel... Oh, that was such a good catch. We've got a travel size of the lotion P50. This is 1.7 fluid ounces. Last month's Empties, I had the 8 fluid ounce, so the biggest one that you can get. I actually forgot that I had this, and I forgot that I have 2 more in my collection right now. So I'm kind of excited to have it for when I travel, because my skin does kind of tend to be finicky depending on where I go. And then the other one is the Creme Dermopurifiante, and this is the Purifying Face Cream. Second tub that I finished up from them. So in last month's video, when I finished up the 8 fluid ounce bottle, I said that I wasn't in a rush to go ahead and purchase another one just because I feel like my skin doesn't need it as much now than when I first tried it. But I had such amazing results with it with the first bottle, and that's the video that I want you to go watch to kind of hear how it performed for me when it was first introduced to me. So I'll link that down below. And then this Purifying Face Cream. This is a great moisturizer. It smells bad. I think it smells worse than P50. I know a lot of people think this is stinky. I think this is even stinkier, but I don't even care because it delivers fantastic results. And what I mean by that is it's the perfect amount of moisturization without it feeling as thick as like a Cetaphil, the moisturizing cream. While it is a cream, it's light. And then, gosh, anytime my skin was finicky and I put this on before bed, I mostly use it in the evenings just because it's expensive and I wanted to just use it once a day. My skin just looks great the next day. Calmer, more even. It really helped calm any inflammation I had going on. So I really tried to reserve this too for days when, you know, my skin was behaving that way, was being more reactive. Again, like I mentioned, my skin's been doing pretty well, so I feel less of a need to have products like this in my, you know, everyday skincare routine. It would be nice to have this just, you know, sitting in the background of my skincare routine and just using this when I need it. But this tub, it's 50 ml or 1.7 fluid ounces, and the shelf life once open is only 6 months. So I did have to like rush through to use it up before it, you know, before it went bad. And I found myself using more than I normally would just because I didn't want to waste it. When I finished up my first jar last year, I remember thinking like, I need to buy this. I need to always have this in my life. Much like I felt about the P50. But my biggest motivation behind purchasing this was because we were going to go to Shanghai last year for Christmas. You guys may know 2 of our close friends live there right now, and we've been going for the last 3 years, every Christmas for the last 3 years. And every time I go to Shanghai, my skin becomes terrible. Oh gosh, I can't even like talk about it without like getting riled up about it. But I don't know if it's the air, the water, the diet, what we eat while we're there. I have to brace myself knowing that we're gonna have a good time, but I'm gonna look like crap, and I'm not even exaggerating. So I bought this in preparation for that trip because while, you know, this doesn't keep my skin amazing while we're there, it helps a lot. So when I'm in China, I use P50 and this twice a day. I would never do that here in Hawaii. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy this anytime soon because I don't need it for my lifestyle here in Hawaii. My skin's been doing okay without it. So the next 2 products, they're the same in 2 different sizes. I've got Jordan Samuel's Hydrate Facial Serum in the 4 fluid ounce, and then the little one in the 1 fluid ounce, and this one has a dropper. And I know that these products have, because I've used up many bottles of these, I know that they've at least made a couple of appearances in previous empties. This is a very simple serum that hydrates. That's it. It's like there's no fuss about it. There aren't all these different actives. It's just that added step for the extra hydration, which I need because I have dry skin. The main ingredients are hyaluronic acid and I think aloe leaf. I think those are the 2 big ones, but really it like barely has a scent. I guess it kind of, the scent is interesting to describe. I would say my previous bottles kind of smelled like nothing, but I found that these 2 kind of had a little bit more of like a sour smell. And I did talk to Jordan about this, and I messaged him about it, and you know, he said there's nothing wrong with the product and something to do with that batch. Anyway, I didn't have any reactions to it. Performed just the same on my skin, so that was fine. This was also a product that was just kind of like a staple in my rotation. Whenever I ran out, I just ordered it again. But this product in both sizes, and they also used to sell the travel packets. The Hydrate Serum has been completely out of stock for at least a couple months now. I believe that Jordan, Samuel, the team, they're reformulating it, and I think they're having issues with production. So if you are interested in picking up these products, I think you can go on their website and sign up for their newsletter to be notified when it comes back. So like I mentioned before, I have dry sensitive skin, so I like the added layer of hydration, but I will let you know that I have recommended this product to my sister, and I've bought a bottle for my husband. Actually, I have this size bottle in my rotation right now that I'm using up because I bought 2. I bought one for him and I bought one for me. And they both, my sister and my husband, they both have more oilier skin types. And they were like, I don't get it. I don't get this step. Like, I don't need it. And for them, they can go straight onto moisturizer, and they're both using Jordan Samuel's Performance Cream, which is a very, very light moisturizer. I couldn't use that moisturizer on its own. My skin like felt tight and dry after. So using this underneath really, really helped. But I wanted to mention that because if you do have oilier skin, maybe you would use this and think like, what's the point of this? I don't need it. Or maybe if you have super oily skin, like this is all you need before, you know, putting on sunscreen if you're going to go out during the day. So the next product is another face lotion that I purchased. This is the Yay for Earth Sensitive Skin Face Lotion, and this was made by this girl I've been following for a while on Instagram. Her name is Stevie, and she is a really big advocate for zero waste and saving the earth, and she has a very, very vibrant and infectious personality. Many years ago, actually, just to give you a little bit of history on her, she dealt with cystic acne and breakouts and all this stuff before she found out she had certain sensitivities to food. And the only product that I think was working for her face was Egyptian Magic. She wanted to make her own version of it because she didn't like that the Egyptian Magic came in plastic. So she made her own concoction of it. She actually shared the recipe and the steps, and it was actually quite a fun video to watch because she's so like goofy and she's like dancing while, you know, the ingredients are cooking and all that stuff. And when I was in Korea, I actually bought the ingredients and I made it myself. So it's pretty simple in that it's got organic olive oil, shea butter, honey, beeswax, and in the video she shared the last ingredient I think was bee propolis. I made it, and then I remember like I couldn't get the consistency right, so I was talking to Stevie about it and she was helping me kind of troubleshoot, but I couldn't get it as smooth and creamy as like her batches would always turn out. But now this was like 3 years ago, so since then she started making her lotion and selling it, and I wanted to support her. I like her. And I also wanted to try this because I noticed that the only ingredient that's different here than the one I made is that this has got organic pomegranate seed oil. So here's the thing about this lotion. Now, if you go to Stevie's Instagram, and I think she has it in her highlights, but if you look at the reviews, and I watch her Instagram stories quite often, but if you look at the reviews, people are just raving. Like, she has raving testimonials from people saying that this lotion has helped clear up their cystic acne where like nothing else has worked, eczema, like all sorts of different skin issues. Like, people were sending her like before and after pictures of like how this lotion's helped her, and just looking at that, it was enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, like I want to know if maybe like this last ingredient is like the magical thing. The other thing to factor in is that I was in a different climate when I tried that out. I was in like dry, cold winter in Korea, and I really liked it. The results that I have had with this has not been as magical as I would have hoped based on all the reviews that I've been seeing. Like, we're talking whenever she made her lotions and she would announce it, this stuff would get sold out so quickly. I think when I bought it, I actually had to put an alarm on my phone to make sure that I, you know, went online right at the time that she put it on her site. So yeah, for me, it wasn't a miracle product. What is going on here? It wasn't a miracle product for me. But then, you know, I didn't have an adverse reaction to it. And what I was hoping to use it for, based on the reviews that I was seeing, was, you know, when I do CrossFit, and before I started using this, I actually use seatbelt covers. They're like Velcro seatbelt covers, and I started wrapping barbells because the barbells would make me get these crazy hives on my neck. So anyway, I remember coming home and just wanting relief, and I thought, ooh, maybe this lotion can help calm down the irritation. I tried it and that didn't work. So this eventually graduated from a face lotion to a body lotion. And I really did like it as a body lotion because you don't need very much. When you first open it, it looks solid, and then you just take a little bit, and once you warm it up, it melts into an oil, and it was quite moisturizing, and I did enjoy it. So I did use it for a while. The other thing too that I've always been kind of curious about is, because there aren't any preservatives in here, I did wonder like what the actual shelf life of this product is. Yeah, and it's not listed here. So I just remembered that I bought this in last September, and I was just trying to get through it within the year. So I just kind of put this sticker on as a reminder to myself to finish it up by September 2019. So what else do I want to say about you? I have no regrets in purchasing this. In fact, I'm happy that I finally got to try it to kind of see how it compared to the version that I made. I adore Stevie, so I'm happy to support her. I love that, you know, it comes in glass and aluminum. So easy to clean out, and I know that I can easily reuse this jar. I have such a long list right now of different body products and other skincare makeup products that I want to try. So that's the only reason that I wouldn't be in a hurry to repurchase this. But I might very well pick this up again in the future. So the very last product is a body lotion by Lush. This is the Sleepy body lotion. And this was also in my empties video from last year. I think it was June 2018. I'll link it down below. And back then I had the travel size version that was gifted to me by a Lush employee when I was in Vancouver, Canada last year. Yeah, that was really sweet too, because I walked in, I'd been wanting to smell this for a while. I just kept hearing that it smells really good. And I walked in and I didn't know if I wanted to commit to the big tub yet. And she basically was like, we should have a Lush in Hawaii. And I was like, yeah, I think you do, but just not, you know, on Maui. And then when she found out that I didn't have one in Maui, she went to the back and she gifted me like a holiday gift set. This Sleepy, the shower gel, and I think there was another product. But anyway, I liked the little travel size that was in there. So before we left Vancouver, I picked up the 90 gram one. Okay, so this smells really good, so I don't want to make it sound like it smells bad, but I remember the first time that I smelled it and thought, okay, I get it. I get why the people that love this scent really love it. It smells like a sweet lavender. Like if you mix the lavender with like vanilla ice cream. I think that's what Sleepy smells like to me. I liked this scent for a long time, and then towards the end at some point, I just got sick of it. Maybe I just need a little break from it. But in terms of performance, it was good. I mean, it was moisturizing, good level of moisture. It didn't feel too greasy. It wasn't too drying. Maybe I'll be interested in trying it again in the future. Now, we don't have a Lush on Maui, so it could be something that I might want to revisit when we're on the mainland at some point. But again, like I just have this wish list. I was looking at my wish list today and I have like 50 items on it, and there's just too many things that I want to try. So no rush on that for sure. I was even thinking of making a video on the items on my wish list. Maybe not all 50, but some of them have been there for like more than a year. I'm just kind of sitting on it to see if I still want it. Yes, even like a year later. But yeah, I was thinking of making a video kind of sharing the items that I'm interested in, mostly because I want to hear from you guys to see if those are products that you have tried and loved, or if they're ones that you'd steer me away from. So yeah, I'm kind of playing with that idea. It does get me a little excited when I think about it. Let me know down below if you'd be interested in watching something like that. And if enough of you say yes, I would be happy to film one. All right, so those are all the products that I finished up this month. And I'd be curious to know, based on the products that I enjoy, if there are any that you would recommend for me to try that I haven't tried yet. And if you have any suggestions for me, please also leave that down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing, and hitting the bell. I know it's a lot of requests, and I generally don't ask people to do that, but now I don't want you guys to miss these videos if you like them. So do that, okay? And thank you so much for watching. I look forward to talking to you down below. See you in my next video. Bye.